almost all my percentiles were between 95 to 98. Hello. Now, where shall I start it? Obviously, we all gloat about our success and we tend to hide away our failures under the carpet. And I'm no different. If you ask me what is an exam which I was not able to qualify, it is CAT, the holy exam for getting into IIM. There could be many reasons, and a better way to go to that analysis would be talking to an expert in CAT entrance test. But I would rather do my own dissection and talk to you all about why I believe that I did not qualify for IIM, or why I did not get a high enough percentile to get into IIM. If I remember correctly, almost all my percentiles were between 95 to 98. That is a kind of a percentile which always teases you. You feel that if you give a bit more effort, you can get in. But it is not also that less that you feel that CAT is not for you. It is just that window in which you feel that let's try one more time. But the thing is, I believe that not all of us are made for CAT exam. It is a completely different beast altogether. Because I have taken a lot of exams, JEE, AIEEE. Now, when I say AIEEE, a lot of you guys would not know what AIEEE is. Because I come from an era where you had to have a different exam for getting into NITs and different exam for getting into IITs. So I gave JEE for getting into the IITs and AIEEE for getting into the NITs. So JEE, AIEEE, then I have given CAT, then I have given PGDB entrance test, then I have given JNU economics entrance test, then I have given Delhi School of Economics and Delhi School of Economics entrance test, then I have given ISI's MSQ entrance test, then I have given IGIDEA's entrance test, then hell lot of other exams I don't even remember, because there were 2 or 3 stages in my life. One was around class 12 when I wanted to get into a college after class 12. The next stage was trying to get into a master's program and then realizing that yes, let's work for a while more. And the third stage was when I really decided that now it is the last and final thing, that I have to get into a master's program, and that was after my marriage. And I qualified for 2 courses, one your CMI's MSc in data science and ISI Kolkata's MSQE. And a lot of the success in these 2 exams goes to my wife, because as I said before that also, I had tried to get into a master's program, but I was not able to get through. But after marriage, I got into a good mental framework so that I can prepare well for the exam and do an optimal amount of usage of my time and have a good strategy to get into a master's program. The thing is, I have taken a lot of exams and qualified a lot of them. But CAT is an exam which I was not able to crack, if I may say so. Now, what could be the reason of it? If I do a post-mortem analysis, the main reason comes to speed, speed, and speed. It's no hidden fact that the department which I lack in is speed. When I do a task, I don't really bother about the speed. I bother about the amount of satisfaction I'm getting from that task and the amount of quality input I'm giving in. So that is a trait which might have played negatively in my CAT performance. Now let's go by the individual subject areas. Let's look at the logical reasoning part first, because the data interpretation and logical reasoning, as we say DILR, forms the major nemesis in my CAT failures. Now, what exactly is the reason here? A lot of questions in DILR is puzzle based, which requires a bit of your familiarity with solving puzzles. And yes, having a high IQ and knowing maths is kind of like correlated to solving puzzles, but not really, because puzzles are kind of a tricky thing. You can get it or you might not get it, or if you look at the puzzle a second time you might get it very quickly. So I believe that once you cross a barrier of IQ and mathematics knowledge, solving puzzles is almost akin to tossing a coin or almost akin to a stochastic process. So any kind of output which you get in DILR is kind of a random phenomena. I feel that is my personal opinion. But yes, if you're very smart guy, I mean very very smart, so for that your stochastic performance also will have very less variance and it will always be towards the topper's performance. But yes, I am not a topper, I am an average student. So my stochastic variance is quite high. So on a good day, I can perform to as well as like almost 99 percentile types. And on a bad day, I can go as low as 60 percentile on DILR part. So that is the major weakness which I had. The next weakness which I had was in verbal ability and reading comprehension, or VARC as you call them. So, what was my weakness in it? Again, I was slow. So, I was not able to read through the paragraph in quick time and solve the questions there. So, I used to take a lot of time there. Other reason was that the kind of preparation you need for VARC is something which I'm not suited for, because I feel that you have two kinds of people. One, people who can prepare for anything. You give them a task, they will do that task. And the second kind, the people who will only do a task in which they get interest. Now, I am that kind of a person that if I'm interested about a particular task, only then I will give myself into it. And I have kind of swayed away from the VARC preparation. I had always left it to luck. Now, that is the reason my speed is slow in reading comprehension, and a lot of my accuracy gets hampered because I have not really prepared well for the verbal ability other questions also, the para jumbles and the grammatical error questions or the sentence correction questions. So yes, I did try to prepare, but I really did not prepare it the way I prepare for the maths kind of questions, or rather the quantitative ability questions, because I generally get happiness out of solving maths questions. But yes, I mean reading comprehension for a CAT exam or para jumbling or sentence correction is something which I really do not enjoy, and I feel that it is kind of not adding any value to my life apart from the CAT exam. So that is the major weakness which I had. The next part was that though my quantitative ability QA was the strong point, but when you have two papers which are not really your strong areas, then your performance in the third paper also takes a beating. And it's kind of a psychological aspect to it, but yes, I would also say that over here also speed is an issue which brings my performance from, let's say, 100% potential to 95% potential. So again, I would like to say that speed here also plays a role. So if I have to sum up my CAT failure story, I will say that I was not fast enough. Speed was the cause of my CAT failures. Now, if I have to give you like a thumb rule to prepare for CAT based on my experience of this exam, I will tell you that prepare for CAT in, like, let's say a marathon style preparation. Give yourself good 20 months of time, because if you are like me, an average student, you need that time. You cannot say that I will prepare for CAT in 6 to 7 months. That would be a bit tricky, I guess so. So give yourself 20 months of time. First 6 months should be ideally devoted towards self-study. Do not consult anyone. Go to internet, go to proper resources, download books, buy books and read on your own, whatever you want to do. Your approach, your cat story starts there. After you have covered the syllabus on your own, self study is done, then join a cat coaching institute, and from there you can take your preparation forward. Now, obviously, I could make a detailed video on how to prepare for CAT, but yes, that won't have that kind of a punch, because I myself have not qualified that exam to help you in that. Because though my percentiles have been in the range of 95 to 98, so I can tell you how to get that percentile, but I won't be doing that justice to the CAT preparation video, because I myself feel that I did not perform that well. If my percentile was as high as 99 or 99.5 and I still did not make it to any IIM, I would have been comfortable making that video, because CAT exam is one aspect and getting into IIM is another aspect. But yes, my percentile range is also not that high, so that I would hesitate in giving you any gyan on CAT. So I just told you my CAT failure story and a bit of learnings from my story, which you can use if you like.